Morning, YouTube. How you doing today? It's Taurus Downey again. Go hard or go home. And today, of course, you already saw the title of the video. We're gonna be talking about Mary J. Blige today and how she got played by feminism. Um, Mary J. Blige just did the doggone Super Bowl. I don't know if y'all saw it. Super Bowl 2022. If you're watching this in the future or whatever, but y'all need to check out that halftime show. It was a real good halftime show. Snoop Dogg was in it, Dre, 50 Cent, real, a bam up thing. Some people didn't approve of Mary J. Blige's performance, I guess, and she did some interviews afterwards of that to kind of address that. To what she was saying, she didn't, really too much care about what people saying. She did her job and thing, and she did her thing. So, as Mary always does. I always been a Mary J. Blige fan myself. I mean, like, since I was a kid, she been making music since the 90s. And I can tell you something. If Mary J. Blige sing your hook, you gonna get a hit. That's just what it was. She was one of those people. It was her, R. Kelly, and Nate Dogg. If Mary J. Blige, R. Kelly, or Nate Dogg sung your hook, it was a hit. It was no questioning it. None at all. And Lil Mo sung some good hooks too, but she mostly did Lil Mo. But she'll be down. People probably don't remember her, but the little big lip chick Either way as it goes, Mary J. Blige sung your hook, you had a hit on your hands. There was already, you could be trashed if you wanted to. But if she sung the hook, it was going to the top. But what I was gonna talk about today was her how I feel like she got played by feminism. Asking for total and complete equality. And then when she got divorced, they treated her like a man. They actually, I don't know if anybody, if you don't know about her divorce, she got married to that guy, Kendu Isaac, I think his name is, and Isaac Kendu, something like that. He's a producer. They got married in 2003, and they had a pretty long marriage, probably about 12 to 13 years there. They got divorced in 2016. And the divorce didn't get finalized until 2018. But the thing is, though, somehow, because of these rules that we got now and how things are, she had become like the breadwinner in the house. And she's the one who filed for the divorce. And then she still wound up paying. You see what I'm saying? That's like it's just a crazy twist to me. You see what I'm saying? Of how that is. I understand why she wound up paying, because you make the most money. It would be the same thing with a guy being in a marriage and him making the most money. He would pay, even if he did file the divorce. He would have to pay. And they did the same thing to her. This was like which probably is not much to them, but to me it's a ridiculous amount of money. $30,000 a month in spousal support. She paid this for about 2 years, y'all, because they divorced in 2016. I'm looking at my notes here, and they divorced in 2016. They didn't finalize until 2018, and she had to pay the whole time. I did the math for you too. $30,000 a year, $30,000 a month is $360,000 a year. So that was, if you times that by 2, that means this guy got about $720,000 out of this woman. So, I mean, like that is some junk. It's some junk. Where I see it, it's kind of crazy. I mean, like, I wouldn't expect for that to happen to a woman. So I guess you can say that, equality has kind of come about, but did that really work out for women? Especially according to this thing with like how Mary J. Blige thing got happened by that. I don't think if there was a big feminist movement and stuff like that, I don't think it would have happened that way. I don't think it would have happened that way. I think, it would have been like, well, she's the woman and this stuff like that. But since you got all the other stuff, now it's like this. And, hey, I can tell her this. I would tell most guys, don't date a woman with less money than you. And that's been the rule. Guys kind of already know this kind of rule. Unless you want to wind up paying the whole time, don't date somebody with less money than you. And then now she's having to experience that and directly pretty much from a man's point of view. But if it had not been for like feminist movements and stuff like that, I don't think she would have had to endure that kind of thing. She would have filed for divorce like she did. And when she filed for divorce, I don't think she would think she's trying to pay that. Most of the things I saw, the reason why she did is she said he had other girlfriends, he was spending money on them and stuff like that. Shit like that. And I can understand that right there. But I don't. Yeah, I guess in the end, she got out of it. And her money ain't being spent on people no more. So that makes it, that's a good thing. But I mean, like, I don't think when she went into it, I don't think she was thinking it was going to wind up being that way. Like that. That was one hell of a curveball, man. I'm just saying, she's a good singer. And like I said, if she sings a hook, that's going to the top. But I mean, like, to see this kind of thing right here, and it's like, okay. And a person like that had to endure it. It's like, okay. Some of this stuff is out there, but is it really good? I mean, if I had the chance to ask women, I would ask them, is it really good to have this now? Because something like this, I mean, like, shoot, they better not date nobody with less money than them. That they just better not do that if it's gonna be like that. You see what I'm saying? But I feel like Mary J. Blige got played by feminism. She probably didn't expect that kind of outcome, and for 2 years, oh my God, to give somebody $30,000 a year, they was already spending your money on somebody else because she was the breadwinner of the house, pretty much. And she's saying he was spending money on other girlfriends and stuff. Well, maybe he had some money and stuff. I don't know. But, I think she said he spent some of her money. I don't know. I didn't really get into that too much. I really kind of just found out what was going on with it, but to find out what sparked it. I don't think she would have had to endure this, the paying him the $30,000 a month, or with $300,000 a year, the $360,000 a year. I don't think she had to endure that if it hadn't been for like all the feminist stuff and stuff like that. If this would happen back in the day, he would have probably had to pay her, regardless of her having more money. So it's just something to think about. You might think I'm right. You might think I'm wrong. Go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe for me. And let's talk about this kind of stuff some more. But I feel like Mary J. Blige got played by feminism. You may not think so. Let me know in the comments. All right, y'all, I'm out on this one. Peace.